In a world where the cost of living everywhere is increasing and it's getting harder and harder to buy the things that you need or want, where there's a plethora of subscription services where it's too many to just subscribe to them all, from Netflix to Disney Plus and PSN and Xbox Live to even play online on consoles, and in a world where Rockstar released GTA 4 PS5 and Xbox Series consoles with a serious lack of ambition. There were no major upgrades, no quality of life changes, no bug fixes for long-standing issues, no improvements to prop limits in the creator, no changes to premium races or other existing features. They couldn't even be bothered to change the cars in traffic for online. The traffic is still exactly the same as it was in 2013, despite a ridiculous number of DLC cars that would have slotted in very nicely. Basically, it was exactly the same game and exactly the same experience as on PS4 and Xbox One, just with a few nicer looking textures, 60 FPS, and a mini DLC with faster cars. In a world where both of those things are true, Rockstar, in their infinite wisdom, decided to release a subscription service for GTA Online, and a really poor value one at that. It's just unbelievable. For $6 a month, you'll get a small number of perks that will be of very limited use to anyone who's played the game for even a small amount of time. $500,000 a month, which is a laughably small amount given how much things cost in the game these days, and the chance to buy better shark cards. That's pretty much all you get. You could argue that it's aimed for new players, but if that was truly the case, they could have easily just made some sort of new player packs or something like that for people to buy as a one-off. And also not lock new cars behind a subscription service to drive people to buy it even when it's not really worth it otherwise. They want people to just blindly sign up and forget about it and not think whether it's worth the value to them personally or not. Because even after a few months of these GTA Plus bonuses, most of the purchases are one-time things like businesses, so you're always going to be getting diminishing returns for new players. And a lot of these benefits were given as just regular bonuses for everybody over the years. And I guess we also now know why they phased out the Amazon Prime discounts. They wanted the money for themselves. Linking Amazon Prime to your GTA account used to give you $1 million every month and usually 80% discounts on 2 cars every week, and sometimes planes and other things as well. Now there's no vehicle discounts whatsoever and you get $500k a month. So essentially they've taken that extra $500k that they were giving away previously, along with the big vehicle discounts, although even those haven't made a return for GTA Plus, and they've put them into their own subscription service in order to just get the money for themselves. And they do all this in a game that has barely seen any improvements or fixes, certainly not at the rate that you'd expect for a game of this stature, with instead a focus on pumping out new content, then forgetting about it in order to move on to the next new thing, or to get people to spend their money on shark cards as much as possible to access new stuff. The game has made multiple billions of dollars. Billions with a B. It almost made $1 billion last year on shark cards alone. Why was this needed? And if anything, the bonuses for GTA Plus are so paltry and useless that they could have just given them to everybody and tried to make shark card sales increase that way. Speaking of shark cards, with GTA Plus you get better value shark cards. That's one of the perks. You're basically paying them money every month in order to get more when you pay them more money. But they couldn't even do that right. You only get a 15% increase on whatever shark card you buy. It's so stingy, it's ridiculous. Increased shark card values, and I'm talking like 4 or 5 times the value that they are currently, should just be the default for everyone. $8 million of in-game money for $100 of real-life money is ridiculous. It made sense back in 2013 because you could buy pretty much whatever you wanted, but now, after the rampant inflation over the years and just so many more things to buy, and all of these things costing so much more money, but these shark cards are still priced at 2013 values. $40 million for a $100 shark card is much more in line with what I would expect, to be honest. I like to keep up to date with my vehicle costs analysis spreadsheet that featured in a video a long time ago, but I have kept the spreadsheet up to date, and To buy all the vehicles in the game to fill all garages, it would cost nearly $600 million right now, which is around 400 hours of grinding Cayo Perico, which is the best way to make money in the game, or $7,500 in shark cards. And that's not including buying the garages themselves, or other properties, vehicle upgrades, weapons, all that kind of stuff. That's just to buy the cars to fill all the garage space that you could possibly fill. Yet Rockstar feel a subscription service is needed for this 9-year-old brilliant but flawed game. The more I think about it, especially in the context of how disappointing the next gen versions are in terms of an upgrade, the more mad I get at the gall of this company and how they've just fallen completely from grace. And then the final kick in the balls for all of this is that GTA Plus members get early access to new cars. Now, I'm sure this is the thing that they really hope will get more long-term players to subscribe to GTA Plus, who otherwise might not benefit from all the other features. And now that they've opened this up as an avenue, where does it end? Yes, the Divest 8 was given early for Plus members. I'm assuming that it's going to be out tomorrow, so it's only a 2-day early thing, but we don't know. It could be another week. It could be another 2 weeks before everybody else gets access to the HSW Divest 8. Thankfully, right at this moment, you don't need it for races, but there's going to become a point where they will release a car for GTA Plus members that will be the new best in the class, and then the game will essentially have become pay to win until everybody gets access to it. Am I going to have to buy GTA Plus in order to not have to wait for weeks to test new cars? I haven't bought it yet, I don't want to buy it, but that's a decision that I might have to make. If they want to push subscriptions more, do they start releasing every car from every DLC drip feed a few days early? Maybe even a few weeks early, and then entire content or entire DLC packs given early to GTA Plus members? And like I said, what if a car ends up being the new best in the class for a few weeks until everybody gets access to it? We'll see the game becoming pay to win. This first month, sure as shit, is just the first step in this. It's only going to get worse, and you can put your house on all of this being built in from the ground up on whatever the next iteration of GTA Online will be. It's going to be, for GTA 6, a grindy mess that has a subscription to quicken things up immediately, with the added bonus of buying in-game funds that might end up even being necessary to get everything you want, because it'll be impossible through normal gameplay. We see it all the time with other games. Rockstar aren't special and won't buck the trend on that. 9 years of GTA Online has shown us that, and GTA Plus is the start of the slippery slope. They knew they would get backlash for GTA Plus, and they're quite happy to deal with it for GTA Online, because all they're doing is setting themselves up for the next iteration of the game, so that they can have it and normalize people to the idea that this exists, and they can do whatever they want and just make it gradually worse and worse and more grindy, and make it to the point where you basically have to have a membership to be able to enjoy the game to the fullest. The last 9 years have gradually worn me down in terms of my enjoyment and just goodwill towards Rockstar, and this is basically the final nail in the coffin that kind of makes me just not be excited at all about whatever the next GTA is going to be, because all of this is just going to be baked in from the start. And so with all of this in mind, I'm left in a bit of a weird place in terms of how I feel about this game. For example, do I continue the weekly update videos and include GTA Plus discounts and bonuses even though I disagree with them? Or do I ignore their existence but then it would be sort of an incomplete update video? Or do I stop doing those update videos altogether because I'm frankly sick of giving what is essentially free advertisement to a company I no longer support on a fundamental level? And then that extends to GTA as a whole. I could quite easily stop covering new DLCs and updates and just focus on the things that I still enjoy about the game, mainly doing races with the community. I'd still want to keep car testing info because I think that's useful for everyone in order to make informed decisions on what to buy in the game, but everything else when it comes to new DLCs or weekly updates, it's basically just free advertising for Rockstar, and I'm not sure I want to do it anymore. Maybe I want to start playing GTA less in general, focus more on 5M instead and do more iRacing or other games in general. Now, the flip side of all of that is that I know that I'd lose views, I'd lose income. Some of my biggest streams, for example, have been taken from the DLC showcases, and I'm able to put sponsorships on the weekly update videos, which I don't really want to do anywhere else. And given this is my career, that's a difficult leap to make. But I've always done what I felt was best for me and my enjoyment when it comes to this channel, and also the enjoyment of you guys, which is why, for example, you don't see mid-roll ads in any of my videos, even though it would be more profitable for me. I don't enjoy seeing them, so I don't put them on you guys, and I like you to be able to enjoy my content from start to finish. So all of this is just something that I'm actively thinking about, and obviously I'd be happy to hear all of your thoughts in the comments of this video as well. I'm just sick of it. For all these years, I've tried to do these discussion videos, aiming to give constructive criticism and feedback and give my feelings and the community's feelings on how to improve the game. This is the 150th version of it. I've been doing it less and less as time has gone on, as my belief that it's making any kind of difference diminishes, but we even recently made a massive wish list for Expanded and Enhanced as one last attempt to explain what we'd want to see as a community. And what good was it? It's all a complete waste of time, because Rockstar just do what they want anyway. They don't listen and put out the bare minimum effort required to make money. A lot of those things in that Expanded and Enhanced wish list weren't even difficult changes to make. They were simple quality of life stuff, and we saw none of it. I don't think I can keep caring about this game anymore. I'm amazed it's taken me this long, but this is the breaking point for me. The game and Rockstar themselves just isn't the same anymore, and I can't keep caring about it as if it is. It's really worrisome for GTA 6, obviously, because all of the monetization of GTA 5 is just a test run for that as well, so I'm not excited about anything for the future either. I just don't know how many more times I can talk about the Ardent not being raceable, or allowing open class races, or class misallocations, or opening up the amount of things that are usable in the creator, especially after this. I can't continue to care about the direction of a game when I fundamentally just don't respect it anymore. I'll have fun with it for some racing and try to help you all with knowing where to spend your money on cars, but I can't care about it on a fundamental level anymore. And that's really sad, because it's been a long time that I have cared about it, and it's been a long time that I've cared about the GTA series in general. But this is just putting me over the edge, to be honest. And this whole disappointment of the next gen versions, followed up by GTA Plus, has just prompted all of this to come to the forefront of my mind and question how much I want to be supporting and focusing on this game going forward. It's actually come at a good time, because we're in the off season of my regularly scheduled content. For more info on that, check bruffy.com/schedule #seasons. I'll just scroll down, but I'll link it below anyway. But yeah, I introduced those off seasons to give myself a bit of a break from the normal stuff that we can sometimes do that leads me to burning out. So for example, this month I wouldn't be playing as much GTA, I wouldn't be doing G-Freds every Sunday, for example. That's just stuff that I wouldn't be doing anyway this month, because I'm taking a break from that kind of regular stuff. And I think for this off season, I'm just going to try to take some time away and take a bit of a bigger break from GTA content as a whole, and use the time to think about how I want to approach things going forward. There's always a bit of lag when it comes to the YouTube side of things, so even though it's my off season when it comes to playing GTA on Twitch, I've still got quite a few videos already, uploaded and ready to go. So you guys on YouTube might see the effects late in a few weeks' time when there's a few less videos during the week or something like that. So I've already got a few videos, for this week, next week, that I've pretty much already done, or are covering things that I've done on stream last month or something like that. But it's just something that I've got to do. I don't want to do the weekly update videos this month. I'm going to do tomorrow's, and then I don't think I'm going to do any more. I just need to take an extended period where I'm going away and thinking about how I approach things for this game going forward. And the disappointment of Expanded and Enhanced plus now the GTA Plus subscription coming in has just accelerated that. Something's got to change, and I really need to give some thought on what that change might be. And honestly, just given everything that I've talked about in this video, I just need to take a bit of a break from this game for a bit, honestly. So let me know all your thoughts. Like I said, as always, thank you guys so much for all the continued support. It really means a lot, and I can't put into words the thanks that I have and the gratitude that I have that you guys watch my stuff and support me in other ways for me to be able to continue to do what I enjoy. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments about everything that I've said in this video. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break from GTA content. You'll not notice much of a change on YouTube apart from the lack of weekly update videos for a few weeks. There'll be no streams after this week for a few weeks, and then I'll gradually bring them back in, but probably more doing iRacing. I need to take a bit of a break from GTA, to be honest. And I'm just going to give it some thought. I'm going to think about everything and figure out what I want to do going forward, because as of right now, my motivation for this game is at an all-time low. So yeah, let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. Just try to be a little bit patient with me over the next few weeks while I figure all this out, and if you don't see as many videos for a little bit of time, you know why. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I'll see you all in the next one.